Well, hello. Thanks for landing on this page for Active Directory on Azure. By viewing this video, this means that you are either an Ingram Micro associate or an Ingram Micro partner. The reason for us to create this video is to help you understand more details about Active Directory and how we can help you in understanding how to push that to cloud and how it will be of benefit for the customers. So let's first have some overview and some high-level details about Active Directory to understand how this will work on cloud. So in simple English, what is Active Directory? If you go through your phone, you'll find a simple contacts application which has your contact information, the contact details for your friends, family, work colleagues. If you go through just one contact person, you'll see that the application holds his first name, his last name, mobile number, probably email, probably work address, and so on. So the Active Directory does the same thing in the sense of having full details about each and every person in this organization. That includes your alias, your email, your password, policies applied to your account, to which organization unit you belong, to which group, and so on. So the reason Active Directory is there, it has tons of services. I would say that we are only targeting a specific thing out of Active Directory, which is domain services. So in a nutshell, Active Directory is responsible for identifying users, saying who this person is, and authenticating them into, let's say, applications, servers, or whatever they are authorized to do. So the important thing for us to understand is that Active Directory is a prerequisite for each and every Microsoft-based server application that you are installing. So, for example, if we have a look on a high-level Exchange server architecture, you're going to see an Active Directory component sitting somewhere in between. That is not only for Exchange. If we look at SharePoint, here is a simple architecture for SharePoint. So you'll find 1, 2, and 3, and 4 SharePoint logos. You'll find one Exchange logo on the right, but then on the top, there is still Active Directory in place. Same thing for Sky for Business, which I would say it's a little bit more complex than the past two. You'll still find a component for Active Directory to do the same job. Authentication for users to let them in. So let's get back to the same point. What is the connection between Active Directory and cloud? So today you are talking to a customer and he starts asking, if I want to start taking one step into cloud, what should I do? This customer will have different applications in place in his data center or whatever he's using. But the first thing for him to do is to start by putting his Active Directory on cloud. So that when tomorrow he decides to move one application to cloud or probably deploy one new application from scratch on cloud, his backbone that is being used for authenticating and identifying users is already on cloud. He already did an extension to, let's say, an additional domain controller on cloud. He connected it to his data center, and it's sitting there on Azure. The benefit for him is that he does not need to break his head to plan for identity management, for users' authentication. He had already taken the first step into extending his data center, and the next day he'll only need to do a lift and shift because Active Directory is already on cloud. So for us, in simple English, we need to understand a couple of points on how this is going to help. So if the customer is planning to move to cloud, to migrate a small application to cloud, this will help. It shouldn't be running 24/7 in the sense that it's going to be, let's say, a production application sitting on cloud. It's just extending Active Directory, which will help him in the next step. It shouldn't be as fancy as you're thinking. So we can deploy an additional domain controller on cloud, which is going to be very cheap. And there is also another flavor for Active Directory on cloud, which is Azure Active Directory Domain Services. So we should consider both options. This will help us in doing multiple things. This will give us about visibility on which customer is planning to take a step into cloud, which customer is actively considering cloud. And even if they take this move, they move to cloud, to pitch further things on cloud would make it easier, like to help them in migrating one application to cloud. It's going to be very easy because they will already have Active Directory in cloud. It's going to be beneficial for you as a partner and for us as Ingram Micro to have a good base of Azure customers or Azure tenants, which we can touch base with them as a next step to build their next step to cloud. So this information will help you understand how you can push the customers into that direction. Go through the full page on Witty Parrot, go through the details, go through the questions. If you still find any challenges trying to understand how to talk about this, how to position it, you can drop us an email on is@ingrammicrocloud.me, IAAS@ingrammicrocloud.me. Thank you so much for your time and have a good day.